Hi, everybody. Alberto Contreras here, marketing manager for Latino Tax Pro. We have another live show today. We have Cameron from Podium. Hey, Cameron, how's it going this Friday morning?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me. Excited to be here for a few minutes with y'all.
Yeah. Thanks for coming. I know you got a lot of great stuff to share with our members. Before we jump into that, you want to tell them who you are and what Podium does and what you do for Podium?
Yeah, easy. So my name's Cameron. I am a account executive at Podium. I work with all of our professional services businesses kind of on the western coast of the US. We've got a pretty significant team at Podium of about 900 employees.
Wow.
I'm one of 900, so I'm not a big shot here, but I do know the professional services world very well. I work with all of our tax, insurance, accounting, financial planning, kind of that world, helping businesses modernize the way that they assist their customers. My job is really to help businesses find new ways to connect with and communicate with their current and potential customers. And we have some really unique technology, partnerships, tools in place to help local businesses do that. Podium as a company works with over 45,000 businesses across the globe. Again, helping them just kind of in the modern day consumer world to address consumers finding the business, choosing the business, and ultimately connecting with the business. That's what we're really built to do. And so we'll talk about a couple of those trends and some developments we've seen over the last couple of weeks across the business using us. So,
well, how many employees did you say, Cameron? 600, 900?
We're well beyond 900. I don't know the current number. We haven't been in office for about 6 weeks, so.
Oh yeah. Somebody's asking, what company is it? Yeah, Podium.com, right, Cameron?
Yep.
Yeah. So for everybody watching, sometimes you might receive a text from us. And when we shoot that text out, we're using the Podium software. That's what we use at Latino Tax Pro. We've been using you for what? It's going to be a year already, maybe a little bit less.
Yeah, just under. I think just
under a year. Yeah, no, and it's been great. We used it for our retail tax offices too, and yeah, it's cool. Anybody types in tax preparation, Salinas, California, boom, we pop up at the top, and that's thanks to Podium. So Cameron, you said Podium works with 45 countries. Is there anything that you've seen sort of trending patterns? Are people texting more? Are people texting less? What are they texting about?
Yeah. So just to clarify, 45,000 businesses, not
40. Oh, sorry. 45,000 businesses.
Yep. No, you're good.
Yeah.
So yeah, some really interesting trends. We as a company have known that convenience is critical in the customer journey. And that's no surprise to anybody who's listening or whoever listens to this, right? We all love Amazon because it's so convenient. We can go to one website, find hundreds of options for whatever we're looking for, decide which one we want to buy from, and with one push of a button, that package is on its way and it gets here quickly. Uber has done the same thing for taxis, right? We don't have to look up how to get a taxi. We just go to the Uber app, push, I need a ride from here to there. It tells me the price, and I push a button to start the ride, right? DoorDash seeing incredible growth over the last couple of weeks because we're not allowed to really go to the house and leave the house or go to restaurants. And so we've now found that we can get fast food brought to us with one push of a button. And so trends are really on the growing in respects to convenience. So what Podium is really built to do is to help businesses, A, get found, but B, most importantly, get connected. And what we've seen is about a 50% bump over the last 6 weeks in engagement on our platform through text messaging. Here's one really cool example that everybody will understand. Our investors and some of our C-suite executives have been meeting with Goldman Sachs, looking at other countries that have already hit the peak of their COVID-19 spike and are already on their way back down. They use one example that everybody understands, Starbucks. Okay, pre-COVID-19, Alberto, this is interesting. Pre-COVID-19, 13% of Starbucks orders were done on their mobile app. Okay. During COVID-19, we had no other choice but to use other methods. We can't go sit in line. We can't go sit in the drive-thru normally, right? So mobile orders and app orders of Starbucks went from 13% to 83% overnight on the Starbucks. But now that consumers in China and other countries in Italy are getting back to quote unquote normal, they're not seeing things drop back down to 13%. The 83 during COVID-19 is now sitting at 80%. So we've gone from 13 to 83, and now that we've tasted convenience, we're only dropping back down to about 80%. So it's a huge shift in the way we're behaving, because we've tasted better experiences than waiting in line and sitting on hold and emailing. We're finding other ways to get things done and realizing there's a much more convenient way. And that's what we've been built to do for the last couple of years as a business. It's just kind of forcing businesses now to realize I can't answer my phones. My staff's not in office. People hate emailing me. How am I going to connect with all these people? You've got to change the way you get connected. And that's what Podium really helps you do. So does that answer the question, hopefully?
Yeah, no, that's a great question. People love convenience.
Yeah.
And yeah, this COVID-19 pandemic kind of forced everybody to start adapting to technology.
Right.
But that's interesting what you said. They're not going back. They like it. They like the convenience. They like the texting. They like the simplicity.
Yeah. And I'll just say this, right? Like I use the Amazon example because it's so easy. Just because Amazon entered the market doesn't mean I don't go to the mall ever again. Yes. But I'll tell you, I go to the mall a heck of a lot less than I did 2 years ago, right? When that was like my only choice is to go find a parking spot, walk around the mall, see what stores had what I needed. Well, now Amazon replaces probably 80% of that. And I'm not saying that people are going to stop showing up at an insurance agency or a tax firm, right? They're still going to do that. They're still going to call you. But when you can provide a more convenient experience, you're going to get more people to find you and connect with you than ever before. And that's really what I think the takeaway from this call should be.
Yeah. I mean, here, I'm going to share my screen real quick. This one. Cool. Yeah, so when you type in our retail tax offices, Lopez Tax Service, I mean, 78 reviews, 33, 26, 203. These are all showing up at the top. And it's because a big part of it was because of Podium. It made it so simple to send out and get those reviews quickly. And Cameron, correct me if I'm wrong, but good reviews, one part of it is getting people to do the review, but another thing is having a good product or service, right? So if somebody has a great product and a great service and they connect it with the simplicity of something like Podium, their reviews are just going to skyrocket.
Yeah, absolutely. If anybody listening that knows they give 5-star service 99% of the time, our very first product that we brought to the market was, how do we help you as a tax firm to go and get your customers who are really happy with your service to leave you a 5-star review every time you give them 5-star service. And most tax firms that I talk to are sitting on 5, maybe 10 Google reviews. And when Google's running an algorithm, say in Albuquerque, New Mexico, right? I'm a consumer looking to get some tax help. I've got another 45 days before taxes are due, and I'm a procrastinator, but it's time to get started. And I go start looking for the best tax firm in my area to help me. Of course I know the H&R Blocks. Of course I know the Liberty Taxes. I know the big names of the world, but if I need somebody locally who's going to give me the best experience, I'm going to look online. And the way that Google can recommend the best business and determine who's the best business is based on how many of your customers have said, this is the best business. They vouch for your business and say, I recommend these people. And Google recognizes that. And that's why they invested in Podium 3 years ago. So Google's an investor in our company. They've brought some unique technology that we can now provide to the Albertos of the world and Lopez Tax Service to help them go and generate that feedback and turn those positive experiences into positive reviews online that tell your story.
Yeah, it's great and very quick. What happened during this tax season for everybody watching? Our district manager was amazed. People found us on Google, and people that had never ever done business with us before, because we had a lot of reviews. They found us. They found the little widget on the website to start texting with us,
Yeah.
and then boom, 10 minutes later, they're sending their documents over through text.
Yeah.
They never left their house. They never talked on the phone with a tax preparer. It was all texting and just images of their W-2s and all that stuff. I
Yeah.
mean, it was a great experience.
Yeah.
Cameron, you want to go through a few questions real quick?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, let's see here. Mariana Anchante, can they use the landline's phone number, or does it have to be a different phone number? Yeah, great question.
Yeah, we have technology to make a landline number textable. So the same number that people call in is the same number they can text into your Podium inbox to manage messaging. Yeah, that's a great question.
Yeah, and we did that with all our offices. Their local zip code offices, and people could text our office. Or like, well, I could text your office. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
One plug I'll make right here. This happens more than people realize. 150 million messages per day in the United States are sent to a business landline phone number that is not textable. Okay. So you guys have to understand, consumers today are 6 times more likely to text a business than to call or email a business. It's just our preference as consumers. We'd rather text than sit on hold, play voicemail tag, or play email tag. So in an effort to try and make that happen, 150 million messages are sent from a cell phone to a non-textable business landline every single day. So there's a very good chance that somebody listening right now is missing messages that are going to that phone number. They're just undeliverable right now. So absolutely, we make that number textable so you can capture those along with messages from about 6 other places that we can get to later.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's great when we tell clients, yes, you could text our office number. Like their eyes get big. They're all, whoa, like what kind of magic are you using? Would this help us to have clients upload and do a quick questionnaire, and we would call them, email to sign forms, and text is complete? Is this what this is? So I guess they're asking, how could they use this for a tax preparation office?
Yeah, great question. So just going through the customer journey, if a consumer looks you up or looks for your services in your area, they're going to 96% of the time start on Google. Okay, Google owns 96% of all traffic. Now, that 96%, 93% of that starts on a mobile device. Okay, think about that. 93% of all Google traffic is on these phones, right? So now that we have these phones in our pockets, Google has found some unique ways to connect that customer to your office. Whether that's a current customer or a prospect, it doesn't matter. They're going to have options now with the Podium partnership to text you from Google, to message you from Facebook. We open up channels to bring Apple messaging. So iPhone users can actually text your business from Apple Maps. We put it on your website, so you're now textable from your website. And then, of course, we make the landline textable. What we're doing at Podium is bundling all of that messaging into one simple inbox. Yeah, and so you can see on the Lopez tax side here on the screen, you can pick which office you want to text. You just throw your name and phone number in there, and you literally start texting that office. Now, to answer the question, we do e-signatures through text message. We can do video chat through Podium. You can send attachments of documentation through Podium. You can schedule appointments. Absolutely. If you want to just call the customer back, you're going to have their information there inside the Podium platform. Our tool is really just helping you manage all interaction. We help collect payments through Podium. It's all text-based, so it's not relying on a 13% email open rate. We're relying on a 99% open rate of text messages in the first 2 minutes.
13% if you're lucky. Yeah, email rates are going down quickly.
Yep, exactly
right. I have a question. One, does it use the landlines number? We went over that a little bit. Pricing, what is the pricing? And is this a marketing tool, or does it let you receive text and reply?
Both. So on a pricing standpoint, we range anywhere from the high 200s, I mean, up to about $500 a month, depending on the technology and tools you want to use. And I could answer any more specific questions with anyone in particular that's interested. But that absolutely, it is a marketing tool by way of, you know, if Albert and I are working and I take care of his, let's say I own a tire shop and I rotate Alberto's tires. Well, the second he's done and he pulls out of the driveway or out of the bay at my shop, I'm going to send him a text that says, "Hey, Alberto, thanks for your business. Would you leave me a 5-star review on this experience you just had?" And I now take him through text message to leave me a Google review, or maybe a Facebook review, maybe a Better Business Bureau review. But every time that one of my customers like Alberto leaves me feedback, I'm pushing my way up to the top of the local search result. Google's algorithm is looking at the consistency, the volume, and the star rating of those reviews. And the more you have and the more positive they are, the higher you're going to position yourself. That's how we play the marketing game. From the rest of the point is, now that you're ranking and people are seeing your business, you've got great reputation in your local area. Now we get all those customers engaging, inbounding, messaging your business. And this is a full two-way platform that we provide to receive messages and to send messages. Absolutely.
Yeah, but I mean, Podium, sorry, I called you Podium. Cameron, I think Podium is a little bit more than just a texting software. I mean, how you said you could send payments now. There's an update, right, where it has a video chat that I haven't tried yet, but you could video chat your clients through it. And everything runs on texting, how you were saying 99% open rate. Talking about all these updates and product features, 2 questions.
Yeah.
Why so many updates right now? And 2, how do you choose what to update and what features that people want?
Yeah, I'll answer them in reverse order. We have a robust team, right? There's 900 or so employees. Our engineers, we're about I think we're about 200 engineers deep, software engineers that are building this technology. They're not just building what they think looks cool and what they think might be fun for a business. They're doing research. We have 45,000 businesses using our tools today. We go listen to our customers. We go talk to the Albertos of the world and say, "Hey, let's watch your process day to day. What pain points are you experiencing?" So we know what local businesses are experiencing and what they need, what they're buying, what other softwares they're trying to invest in to streamline operations. And given the platform we have, given the relationships with Google and Facebook and Apple, we've got a lot of power and a lot of unique APIs and technology to bring into one household, so that we can now say, "Hey, instead of you going out and buying a video chat software, we're going to build it in-house with Podium. We've got the manpower, we've got the technology, we have the partnerships." So we've actually built our own video chat inside of Podium. You guys probably go collect payments either via check, via credit card, via ACH all day long. Well, why have a separate platform when we have a 99% delivery method inside via text messaging? Let's bring payments inside of Podium. You guys probably jump to another platform all day to communicate in our office. You're either emailing each other, sticky notes, calling each other, texting each other. Maybe you've invested in a Google Hangouts or a Skype or a Microsoft Teams, right? Well, that's one more tab that Podium can bring into house. Our trademarked tagline is, we are interaction management. And we've branded that. That is our category that we are creating. Any interaction you might want with between you as a business and your clients, we're bundling it into one. Alberto, one more is we're actually bringing email into Podium.
There you go.
Outlook and Podium. Podium will be your platform where you stand all day to connect and communicate with your clients. That's why it's called Podium. You stand at Podium and talk to your audience. Inside Podium is where you will talk to your entire audience for payments, attachments. Hey, come back and see us next year. Hey, do you have any referrals? How was your experience this year? Leave us a Google review. It's all in one place. E-signature is one more new one.
That's going to be a big one for tax preparers.
Yep. So we've literally brought e-signature in, so you don't have to have a separate software to do that. We have 99% open rate in 2 minutes on our delivery method of e-signatures. So you can now receive those documents back right from a mobile device to the customer.
Whoa. So okay, let's go through this whole customer journey again. How I don't know if you remember, Cameron, when we were on the phone with our CEO Carlos Lopez.
Yeah.
And something you told him really stuck with him. So if you have a flat tire on the side of the road, are you gonna wait until you hear a radio announcement for a mechanic? Or are you gonna go to Google and put "I need a mechanic" and whatever is at the top, that's who you're gonna go with?
Yeah.
Okay, so we have a taxpayer Googling best tax preparation near me.
Yeah.
The one at the top will probably be there because they have a lot of reviews. So they go to a website like this one, they find the little chat feature, and they chat with somebody.
Yeah.
Then they say, okay, I want to do business with you. So now with Podium, they're able to send them payments all through their phone.
Correct.
And then what do they do after they get payment? They just put in their credit card information?
Yeah. So basically the agency, the tax firm can intercept that message, start the sales process, work through it, send documentation, get signatures. And when we're ready to collect payment, the tax firm just comes into Podium and says, request payment. You put the amount, you put the invoice number, you accept Apple Pay, Google Pay, credit cards, debit cards, bank transfers, however you want to get paid, and send the link out. When the paying customer receives that text message, they're just logged into a secure portal where they can put their thumbprint onto the home button and authorize an Apple Pay. They can put in their credit card information, they can log into their bank account, and it'll start transferring the funds right to the tax firm right away.
Perfect. And then so let's say the taxpayer's at home, they have their W-2s, their IDs, their birth certificates, all of that. Is it safe to send it through Podium?
Absolutely. It accepts all MMS messaging, all secure messaging. This one always helps. We're HIPAA compliant. We have hospitals, doctors, dentists, attorneys, mortgage companies, real estate agencies, insurance agencies, all sending secure data documentation through the platform. 100%.
Nice. And then, I mean, and how you said it's invested by Google, so it has Google security, and that's top notch.
Yeah.
Man, okay, there's a few other questions here. Before we get into them, for everybody watching, when you send us Facebook messages, that's through Podium as well. How you were saying in the beginning, it connects with Facebook. So can you send marketing text messages to everyone in your contact list? Sorry, I'm asking so many questions.
Don't ever apologize. Questions are good. You can. We have the capacity to do so. You just need to be really careful. So I'll caution anybody who's planning to send text messaging. If you're going to send a marketing-based, promotional-based text message, according to TCPA texting laws, we've been with some of we've actually been with the commissioner of the of all communication in DC, the FCC. Sorry. If you're going to send anything promotional, you have to have written consent. They have to opt into that type of a message. If you're, on the other hand, texting about an appointment, or hey, it was great to see you last year, we'd love to have you back again, right? Those are consultative, good to see you, checking in with you, hey, get ready to prepare all your W-2s, start keeping an eye out for all the documentation, looking forward to seeing you again next year. Those are safe messages. But if you're going to blast out to a bunch of people and just say, hey, 10% off if you sign up today, that's where you can get yourself into some trouble. So be really careful on promo messaging. We can teach you more about that specifically. We do have technology in the tool to get customers to actually opt in for those types of messages. But most tax firms I talk to aren't doing big, hey, 10% off, come in today, or refer a friend. Those are the ones you're going to have to be careful of. And I can do some more direct coaching to an individual tax firm as needed.
Yeah, and then put yourself and the person that's receiving that message. Do you like receiving messages that say, hey, 10% off, click here to buy now, right? When you get messages like that, you're probably gonna reply with stop.
Yep.
And we don't want that. So yeah, I guess be careful with what you send out, how Cameron was saying, right? Um, mm, mm. I wonder if we can integrate calendars for appointments in case they need to come to the office.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We actually have some automation that will do so. You can actually send out confirmation text messages to clients and ask them, hey, are you still good to come in? And based on their response, it'll automate calendar updates and things like that. We've got some really cool technology built in there to do that. So yeah, when you have a back-to-back day of appointments and you want to make sure that all 10 of your appointments are going to show up, you can do a bulk message in the morning or the day before. Hey, just confirming our appointment. We've tested and broken this thing so many times to make sure it works really well. But yeah, there's appointment confirmation automation in there that you can sync up to calendars.
Cool, man. So I get the answers. It seems like yes, almost anything is possible with Podium.
I'll be careful there.
Mhm.
A lot is
A lot.
possible, right? A lot is possible. When it comes to interacting with your clients, it's 95% of the time, yeah, we can make that happen.
All right. So it seems like a lot of people are interested, Cameron. What should they do if they want more information? Should they leave something in the comments? Should they go to podium.com? What do you want them to do?
You know what? Is there any way you could post a direct line to me and they can just start texting in? That's
Yeah,
honestly
yeah.
the way
You
we
you
play
want
the
to send it here through the chat, and then I'll put it in the
Yeah.
comments.
Let's see.
Mhm.
Let me just give you guys the Podium textable number into my line, and you guys can actually just text in. I'll send it here to Alberto.
Yeah, and for everybody watching, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe so that we could get more people on these and we could do them more and more. And if there's a specific sort of software or resource or person that you want us to get on one of these live shows, let us know and we'll try our best to get them on here. Here it is.
Of course, anyone is always welcome to go to podium.com. There's all types of information there. You can look at a few things. There are some things that are blocked by a gate where you'll have to put in your email address. And
Mhm.
if you want to talk just directly with me, this phone number that he's going to post is direct to me. It'll go right into my inbox and you can start texting me right there. I have access to that from my mobile device through the Podium app for my computer. So whenever you text in, I'll be able to see those. So just shoot in messages there. It's probably the easiest way.
All right, cool. One more question. Does it allow multiple users for the same account/phone number?
Absolutely. That's exactly what it's built to do, is to allow the whole team to collectively in the same account work together. That allows you to transfer conversations. So think about it this way. If I call Latino Tax Pro or I call Lopez Tax Service today, and I'm talking to the receptionist, they're going to put me on hold, transfer me to somebody else, and then I'll start the conversation there. And every time I got to call in and then get transferred to the right person. Podium we allow you to reassign the conversation to the right individual at your tax firm so that every time the client texts in, they're always texting the same number, but it's going to the correct individual inside that firm. So there's unlimited users, unlimited usage, unlimited text messaging within our platform. We don't charge by seat or by user. We just charge by product. Very, very simple.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, how we use it at ours is all the text go to the receptionist,
Okay.
and then if a client wants to talk to a specific preparer, then she'll assign it to them, or if it's somebody new, she'll just randomly assign it to preparers.
That's
So she's
perfect.
kind of the disperser, the the admin.
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
perfect. I love that.
Cool. Yeah, well, thanks for your time, Cameron. Is there anything else that you want to let people know before we part ways?
Yeah, no, I thank you for the time. Honestly, I
Mhm.
love helping businesses grow. My MBA focus was business consulting and coaching business owners. I was one myself for 7 years. I know the headaches and the trials and the struggles that everyone goes through as a business owner and trying to keep up with a lot of different things, a lot of motion, a lot of movement. The one reason that I chose Podium, as my career for the next couple of years is because we truly are innovating how business happens locally. I truly know that we make an impact on growth, on retention, on recurring business, on communication efficiencies. And it's really fun to be helping businesses and being able to see businesses revolutionize how they operate. The one thing I'll say, this is resonating really well. There are challenging times that we will go through as a world, as a country, as communities, as states, as industries. We experience all different types of things. This is a very large, obviously large, widespread epidemic that's hitting everybody. But I'll tell you that the businesses that have taken a courageous approach to innovate are the ones that are going to come out on the other side. There's a lot of businesses who are afraid, who are hibernating. They are sitting in the cave saying, I'm going to hunker down. I don't want to take any risks. We don't know what this is going to look like. Well, I can tell you, consumers are still out there. We are still interacting. We are still behaving. We still have things to do. We still have taxes to prepare. And if we can't find you because you're hibernating and you're just sitting under a rock hoping that everything goes smoothly, then you're going to come out of that hibernation real skinny in June, right? But if you can go innovate, I'll tell you that the customers at Podium have seen a 50% bump in traffic over the last 6 weeks. So if you're willing to invest and innovate in your business right now while your competition is hibernating, you will come out big, fat, and happy on the other end of this and have a huge advantage over everybody else in the market. So don't hibernate. And I'm not saying go buy Podium. Sure, we'd love to have your business, but go be innovative, get creative, get out there, find unique ways to connect with your customers, past customers. Find opportunities to get in front of them and show them you're there to help them. People are listening and looking for you right now.
Wow, what a powerful message, Cameron. That was great. Don't get discouraged. Thank you for your time, Cameron, for coming on here and educating all of us on why they should text their clients. And for everybody watching, thank you for taking the time to come and watch us. It means a lot to us. And we'll see you next time.
Okay, thanks so much, guys.